Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Captain Clyde's MTG. We're back again for the rest of the spoilers, I guess, from Dominaria, because there's a buttload. So I think they spoiled the whole thing in 2 days, which is kind of cool. I mean, no waiting, right? But that does leave, again, a lot to go over. So let's get into it. Don't forget, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so please sub up. And after this video, we'll get back into our box opening series. And we still have collector boosters to come. Mm, They're tasty. All right, guys, let's get into it. Just like before, I got lazy. I just cut them in giant swaths. So we'll go over all the cards at one time. We have a new Gemstone Mine. Very nice. Like the old stuff. The new one's sexy as well. Wrath of God reprint. Windborn Muse. Ooh. White and 3 for a 2/3 flyer. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 colors for each creature they control that's attacking you. That's a dandy of a reprint. Alright, as we keep going, next we have the Spectral Lynx reprint. Good uncommon, a white and 1 for a 2/1. It's pro green and regenerates for a black because why not? Sunclasp, white and 1, enchant creature gets +1/+3. And you can return the enchant creature to your hand for a white, not shabby. Vigilant Sentry. Sorry, I've not been drinking, I swear. 2 white and 1 for a 2/2. It has Threshold, which means it gets +1/+1. It has tap. Target attacking or blocking creature gets +3/+3 till the end of turn. Ew. Also, Voice of All. Boy, I miss playing that card. 2 white and 2 for a 2/2 flyer. It enters the battlefield. You get to choose a color, and it has protection from that color. The best white card. Anyway, moving on. Next group, we have Radiant Judgment. Not too great common, but hey, for sealed, it's fine. A white and 2, you destroy creature target power 4 or greater, plus it cycles. Remedy, the good old 1 white and 1, prevent the next 5 damage, divided any way you choose. We have Renewed Faith, a white and 2, you gain 6 life, plus it has cycling, and if you cycle it, you gain 2 life as well. And a beautiful Sarah Angel reprint from some of the latest art from Sarah Angel. I love it. All right, so next we have Lieutenant Qatar. It's a good reprint. 2 white and 1 for a 2/2 flyer. You can sacrifice it to exile target attacking creature. It's pretty sweet. Orm's Thunder. Man, that takes me back. A white and 2, kicker red. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. If the spell was kicked, deal damage equal to the permanent's mana value to target creature. Nice. Good old pacifism, because why not? Phantom Flock. 2 white and 3. It enters the battlefield with 3/1/1 counters. If damage will be dealt to it, prevent that damage and remove a +1/+1 counter. And next we have good old Glory. That's right, 2 white and 3 for a 3/3 flying. For a white and 2, choose a color. Creatures you control gain protection of the chosen color until the end of turn. Activate only if Glory is in your graveyard. Man, is that busted. And man, is that good and sealed. Alright, Griffin Guide. White and 2. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 in flying, and when it dies, you get a 2/2. Probably one of the best enchantments. Icatian Javelineers from Fallen Empire. Oh, pinch me, am I dreaming? Love that card. 1 white, 1/1. You can tap it to remove the counter from it to deal damage to any target. Oh, God, takes it back. Improvised Armor, white and 3. Enchant creature gets +2/+5, or you can cycle for 3. So, okay, I guess. We have Vexing Sphinx. 2 blue and 1 for a 4/4. It has flying. It has Q enough you discard a card. When Vexing Sphinx dies, you draw a card for each age counter on it. It's pretty sweet. Next, you have Wormfang Drake. Blue and 2 for a 3/4. When it enters the battlefield, you sacrifice it unless you exile a creature you control other than the Drake. When the Drake leaves the battlefield, return the exile card to the battlefield under your control. Very nice. Blinky Blinky. Battle Screech. 2 white and 2. Create 2 1/1 white birdies. It has flashback, a tap, and 3 creatures to do it again. Pretty sweet. Cleric of the Forward Order. A white and 1 for a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life for each creature you control named Cleric of the Forward Order. Not too great, but okay. Next we have Snap Reprint. That's right. Bounce something, untap 2 lands. Amazing. Thieving Magpie's back. 2 blue and 2 for a 1/3 flyer that when you deal damage to an opponent, you get to draw a card. Turnabout reprint from Urza's Saga. Choose artifact, creature, or land. Tap all untapped permanents of the chosen type target player controls, or untap all tap permanents of that type that player controls. Yep. Can you say combo? And then we have the old Veiled Serpent, blue and 2 enchantment. Whenever the opponent casts a spell and the Veiled Serpent's enchantment, it becomes a 4/4 creature with. This creature can't attack unless defending player controls an island. Cycles for 2. Not one of the best cycles, but kind of takes me back a little bit. I remember it. Obsessive Search, 1 blue, draw a card, Madness with 1 blue. That's a sweet one. Opposition is back, because God knows we needed that. 2 blue and 2. Tap an untapped creature you control to tap target artifact, creature, or land. Nothing like playing, what is that? Nothing like playing a good old Legacy Port deck in a draft with just 1 card. Anyway, Omvidize. I don't know what this says. Anyway, so it's a blue and 1. Until end of turn, target creature loses all abilities, becomes 0/1. Good removal for blue for draft. Peregrine Drake, blue and 4 for 2/3 flying. When it enters the battlefield, untap 5 lands. Because, combos. Next we have Hermetic Study, a blue and 1 enchant creature. Enchant creature has tap. This creature does 1 damage to any target. It ought to be called the Tim Study. Anyway, Horseshoe Crab, a blue and 2 for a 1/3, and for 1 blue you can untap it. Impulse reprint. I've seen this plenty of times. Anyway, Laden Fist, blue and 2, flash, enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +3/+3 and doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. I'm not trying to downplay Impulse. It was a great mover of the old days, but we got it reprinted now. But anyway, Cloud Fairies, blue and 1 for a 1/1. When it comes in, you get to untap 2 lands. It flies, it cycles. It slices, it dices, it makes Julian fries. It's counter spell. Then we have Deep Analysis, a blue and 3. Target player draws 2 cards. It flashes back for blue 1 and paying 3 life. Probably one of the better draw spells that they ever printed. Except for Factor Fiction, which is right next to it. Excuse me. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Opponent separates them into 2 piles. Put one in your hand, the other in the graveyard. Man, back in the day. Next we have the Zombie Infestation, black and 1. Discard 2 cards, create a 2/2 zombie token. That's awful. Well, I mean, it's not awful if you're playing a Madness deck, but bump. Aquamoeba, blue and 1 for a 1/3. Discard a card. Switches power and toughness. Again, Madness card. Aven Fate Shaper, blue and 6 for a 4/5 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put one of them back in any order. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Oh, put them back in any order, sorry. And then a blue and 4, look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put them back in any order. That seems really too expensive. All right, Aven Fisher, good card. Blue and 3 for a 2/2 flyer. You get to draw a card when it dies. Street Wraith reprint, common because why not? Twisted Experiment, black and 1, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +3/-1. Urborg Siphon Mage, blue and 2, black and 2, excuse me, for a 2/2. For a black 2 and tap, you get discard a card. Each other player loses 2 life. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. Halo, Commander players. Wretched, Honored, Frog, Beast, Zombie. Anyway, it's ugly. Black and 1 for a 3/3 that whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you lose 1 life. That does not seem good. Anyway, man, things we used to play with. Like Phyrexian Debaser. Black and 3 for a 2/2 flyer that you can sacrifice it. Give something -2/-2 to end a turn. Also, the Phyrexian Ghoul. Black and 2 for a 2/2. Sacrifice a creature. It gets +2/+2 to end a turn. Phyrexian Rager reprint. And we get the old art this time, unlike the new one they made, which has the new art. I like the old art. Just takes me back to the good old days. Kind of like the Phyrexian Scuda. God, I remember this card used to be a thing. I hated this card. Black and 3 for a 3/3. You get kicker to pay 3 life and make it a 5/5 for 4. Man, back in those days, that was just so hard to deal with. Anyway, Nantuku Shade. Talk about good. 2 black for a 2/1. For 1 black, it's +1/+1 in a turn. The epitome of pump. Necro Savant. 3 black and 3 for a 5/5. For 2 black and 3, you can sacrifice a creature, return Necro Savant from the graveyard to the battlefield, activate only during your upkeep. Well, that's really busted. Nightscape Familiar. Man, I remember this thing from Planescape. Black and 1 for a 1/1. Blue and red spells cost 1 less to cast. It regenerates for a black and 1. Oversold Cemetery. Black and 1. Beginning of your upkeep. If you have 4 more creature cards. We covered this in the last one. Where'd that come from? Anyway, moving on. Festering Goblin. I didn't know that was a thing back in the day. But anyway, Howl from Beyond. Oh, wow. Black Fireball. Black and X. Target creature gets +X/+0 in a turn. Hylipodus Lemur. Anyway, so for a black and 4, you get a 4/3. And for 0, it gets -1/-0 to end a turn, but gains flying. You have the old Mind Slicer. 2 black and 2 for a 4/3. When it dies, each player discards their hand. Ew. Next we have Dark Withering, black and 4. Destroy target non-black creature. Madness of 1. But bump. I.e., discard this, make a zombie, kill your thing. Dread Return, 2 black and 2. Return target creature card from graveyard to the battlefield. Flashback, sacrifice 3 creatures. This used to have a combo in it. Don't remember what it was, but yeah. We also have Duress because why not? Evil Eye by Ormsgore. Black and 4 for a 3/6. Uh, Evil Eye creatures you control can't attack. Non-Evil Eye creatures you control can't attack. Evil Eye of Ormsgore can't be blocked except by walls. That was really something back in the day. Squada Lancer. Oh, look at that thing flanking. Red and 2 for a 2/2 haste flanking. If someone blocks to get -1/-1. Vulcan Keeper of the Flame. That just came out of Dominaria. Okay. Body Snatcher. 2 black and 2 for a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, exile it unless you discard a creature card. When Body Snatcher dies, exile it and return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Cackling Fiend. Man, I ain't seen this in a while. 2 black and 2 for a 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. Yeah, nothing like 4 mana for a 2/1. Makes your opponent discard, and you can get a 1/1 for 2 that does that. Anyway, moving on. Skirk Prospector. That's right. 1 red. Sacrifice a goblin, add a red. Good old days. Solar Blast. Red 3. Deals 3 damage to any target. You can cycle it for 3 if you do 1 damage to everything. Subterranean Scout. 1 red and 1. When it enters the battlefield, target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked. It's a 2/1. Sulfuric Vortex. Oh, yes, the good one. The enchantment. 2 red and 1. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, it deals 2 damage to that player. If that player would gain life, that player gains no life instead. Good old burn decks. Goblin Medics. Red and 2 for a 1/1. When the medics become tapped, they deal 1 damage to any target. Lightning Reflexes. Red and 1. You may cast it as though it had flash, which means it has flash. Anyway, if you cast it any time a sorcery couldn't have been cast, the controller of the permanent it becomes the controller of the permanent it becomes sacrifices it at the beginning of the next end step. Enchant creature -1 for strike. Anyway, Ridge Top Raptor. That's not worded right. Anyhow, red and 3, 2/1 double strike. Siege Gang Commander's back. That's just busted all the way around. We also have Fire Blast. Man, that's an oldie but a goodie. 2 red and 4, or you can just sacrifice 2 mountains, deal 4 damage to anything. Flame Tongue Kavu, 4/2 for 4, deals 4 damage to a target creature. Man, that card was good, except when there was nothing else on the field and it had to kill itself. Anyway, Gamble reprint. Wow, there's a powerful card. Goblin, Matron, great, common. Man, all the powerhouses are coming back. Chain Lightning. Yeah, Cole Stoker. Red and 3 for a 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, add 3 red. So basically it's free. Dragon Whelp, good old Dragon Whelp. 2 red and 2 for a 2/3 flying. You pump it, dies itself. Yeah. Ember Beast from back in the day. Can't attack or block alone, but I've seen better. So you'll have that, but whatever. Symbiotic Beast, 2 green and 4 for a 4/4. When it dies, create 4 1/1s. One of the best commons it probably is. Terravore, 2 green and 1. Trample, power and toughness equal number of land cards at all graveyards. Situational but good. Wild Dog, I ain't seen this in a while. 1 green for a 2/1. Beginning of your upkeep, if a player has more life. If a player has more life than each other player, that player with the most life gains control of Wild Dogs. Arvax, 2 red and 3 for a 3/3 with haste. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a card named Arvax, reveal it, put it to your hand, then shuffle. And it pumps itself. Seems pretty good for a limited deck. Moving right along, we have Lull, green and 1, prevent all combat damage. It cycles for 2. Primal Boost, green and 2. Target creature gets +4/+4, plus it cycles. If you cycle, it gets +1/+1 instead. Seems good. Saproling Symbiosis. We didn't see a whole lot of Saprolings, but this is still a good sorcery. Green and 3. You play as though it has flash. If you pay 2 more to cast it, create a 1/1 green sapling creature token for each creature you control. Oof. Ugly. Squirrel Nest reprints back. Yep, enchant land, start making squirrelies. Invigorating Boom. 1 and a green. Enchant. Whenever a player cycles a card, pull +1/+1 counter target creature. Jarell, that's a new one from Dominaria, but still a goodie. Kavu Primarch. It's late and I'm tired. A lot of talking. Green and 3 for a 3/3. Kicker 4. It has Convoke. If the Primarch was kicked, it enters with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. So, yeah, Crows and Restorer. Green and 2 for a 1/2. It lets you untap a land for Threshold. You can untap 3. Ooh. Man, that was a powerhouse back in the day. But anyhow, moving on. Emerald Charm is back. 1 green. You get to untap a permanent, destroy a non-aura enchantment, or target creature loses flying, because that matters. Fedoria Seer. Anybody remember where this card came from? Anyway, green and 1 for a 1/1. Draw a card, reveal it. If it isn't a land, discard it. Kind of like that. Forgotten Ancient, good old card. Green and 3 for an 0/3. Whenever a player casts a spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on the Ancient. Beginning of your upkeep, you may move any number of +1/+1 counters from Forgotten Ancient onto other creatures. The Gamekeeper reprint, green and 3 for a 2/2. When it dies, you may exile it. If you do, reveal cards top your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card onto the battlefield and put all other cards revealed this way into your graveyard. You say combo? Limited broken? Alright, Terminal Moraine adds a colorless, but you can also sacrifice it. Search your library for a basic land card. Put that card in the battlefield tap. Probably one of the best cards because, not gonna lie, unlike Terramorphic Expanse and stuff, land comes into play tapped. But this, if you don't want to sacrifice it, you literally can just use it. Battlefield Scourger, 2 green and 3 for a 3/3 threshold. Put 3 cards from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. It gets +3/+3 to the end of turn. Activate only once each turn. That thing is amazing, apparently. Wow, that was good. Wasn't good back in the day, but it's good now. Call of the Herd, a green and 2, the OG token maker. 3 mana to make a 3/3 elephant, and then flash it back for 4 to make another 3/3 elephant. Elvis Aberration, green and 5 for a 4/5 creature that can tap for 3 green. Has forest cycling. Nothing like cycling to go get a forest. So, it's not bad for common. And then we have the land cycle. That's right, we're back with the old polluted mire. That's right, one of each land that does the cycling thing. We also get another Mishra Factory reprint. We also get an Antuco Monastery, taps for colorless. If you have Threshold for a white and a green, it becomes a 4/4 green-white insect monk creature token with first strike to end a turn. And it's ugly. Also, you have a wall of junk because, everybody's got one of those in their house anymore. Moving on, Tormod's Crypt reprint. Triskelion is back. Ambiculous, this thing, so 4 colorless. Beginning of each player's upkeep, that player may pay 2 life. If they don't, they return a permanent they control to its owner's hand. Very confusing card. Urza's Blueprints. This card was going up for a while, and now it's been reprinted. It's probably going to just kill the value of this. So 6 colorless, Echo 6, tap the draw card. Yes, I know, it costs a lot, but Mana Generation's a thing. Jalm Tome reprint. We just got this too in Brothers War. So, Juggernaut, but it actually been in Brothers... Well, actually, it is in Brothers War, I think. I don't remember. Either way, it's a good card. Milken, that's a newer card. Not all that great. Good old Mind Stone. Can't do without a Mind Stone. Dodecapod. Boy, I remember that thing. 4 mana for a 3/3. If a spell or an ability an opponent controls makes you discard it, comes into play as a 5/5. Oh, the days of, hey, discard a card. Oh, hey, eat this. Dragon Blood. 3 colorless. 3 and tapping it. Put +1/+1 counter target creature. Very bad. Helm of Awakening reprint. Powerhouse. 2 colorless. Spells cost 1 less to cast. Wow. Icy Manipulator. Just the OG. Alright, next we have Dampening Sphere. That's a newer one, so still pretty good. Cryptic Gateway. 5 colorless. Tap 2 untapped creatures you control. You may put a creature card from your hand that shares a creature type with each creature tapped this way onto the battlefield. Broken. Commander players, where you at? Next, we have a Crawl Space reprint. 3 colorless. No more than 2 creatures can attack. And that's right. We got not the Splice cards. We got, what were these called again? I don't remember. But anyway, these things here. We get a reprint of Life and Death. All lands become 1/1s or return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. You lose life equal to its mana value. Man, powerful uncommons. And then next we have all the rest of them. We have Wax and Wane. Creature gets +2/+2, destroy enchantment. Order and Chaos. Exile target attacking creature or creatures can't block. You get Illusion and Reality. Target spell or permanent becomes the color of your choice, or destroy target artifact. You have Night and Day. Target creature gets -1/-1, or creatures target player controls get +1/+1. We have Stand and Deliver, prevent the next 2 damage dealt this turn, or return target permanent to owner's hand. We have Spite and Malice, counter target non-creature spell, or destroy target non-black creature. It can't be regenerated. We have Pain and Suffering, target player discards a card, or destroy target land. Assault and Battery. Assault deals 2 damage to any target, or create a 3/3 Effluent. Man, the good old days of split cards. That's what they're called, split cards. Hey, look at that. We got a reprint of Solkanar the Swamp King. 5/5, Swamp Walk. Whenever a player casts a black spell, you gain 1 life. Not gonna lie, I'd rather have the old art on there just out of the things. Spinal Embrace, black, 2 blue, and 3. It's basically you cast it during combat, you untap a creature you don't control, gain control of it, you block, you blah blah blah. Costs way too much to do anything. Zarian RN got reprint an actual original one, so the green, red, and black one from Legends. Flying, target player draws a card for the 3 mana. Kind of thought that was on the reserve list. Guess it's not. Zur the Enchanter. We just had this card too, but I guess he doesn't belong in this. Phantom Nashiba. So white, green, and 5. So for 7/7, you get a Trampler. You get something that has 7 counters on it. If it's dealt damage, you gain that much life. If damage would be dealt, you move 1 counter and prevent the damage. This thing is just disgusting. Pyre Zombie. Black, red, 1. Beginning of your upkeep, if Pyre Zombie's in your graveyard, you can pay 2 black and 1. If you do, return to your hand. For 2 red and 1, you can sacrifice a zombie. It deals 2 damage to any target. Probably one of the best cycling cards. Quicksilver Dagger. Man, this is back in the day. You enchant a creature and it has deal 1 damage target creature or planeswalker, draw a card. Rada, Hair to Keld. We just kind of had this. But anyway, you know, whenever she attacks, she may add 2 red. She taps for a green. She's 2 mana for 2/2. Not shabby. Does belong in the set. And last but not least, we have an Absorb. Because who doesn't want 2 blue and 1 white to counter a spell and gain 3 life? Arcady Sabbath. 2 blue, 2 white, 2 green, and 2. You gotta pay 1 of each or sacrifice it on your upkeep. Each untapped creature you control gets +0/+2 as long as it's not attacking. And for 1 white, the Sabbath gets +0/+1 till end of turn. Cool picture, not really a good card. Anyway, Decimate. Man, back in the day, green, red, and 2. Destroy target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, and target land because you're going to decimate your opponent. And then back to another powerhouse of the olden days, Mystic Enforcer. A white, 2 green, and 2 for a 3/3 that's pro black, which is already pretty good. But if you get 7 cards into your graveyard, it becomes a 6/6 flyer for 4. Holy cow. Wow, oh wow. Just all the juice that there is. So thanks a lot for sticking with me. I do appreciate it. If this is all the set, man, we got some good ones coming. I hope there's some more cards to spoil, but I really think this is all of them. I'm not gonna lie, seems pretty cool. Although having Absorb, I'd like to have Undermine as well. 2 blue and a black to lose 2 life and counter a spell. Maybe that's too powerful. But anyway, with all that said and done, don't forget, guys, comment, like, subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subs. If you've already subbed, thank you. If you haven't, now's a good time. If you want to buy some cards to help support the channel, check out links in the description to the eBay store, Patreon for subscription support, or there's also an email in there if you want to reach out and say, hey, hey. And don't forget, guys, until next time, be kind. And I hope to see you across from the game table. Oh, yeah, by the way, we're going to finish those box opening series now. Catch you later.